Long before satellites mapped the oceans and submarines pierced the deepest trenches, sailors whispered about something vast moving beneath their ships. The creature they feared most was the Kraken, a monstrous being said to rise from the darkest parts of the sea. Witnesses described tentacles thicker than ship masts coiling around hulls, dragging entire vessels into black water. Some stories claimed it could create whirlpools simply by diving. Whether giant squid sightings inspired the legend or not, the Kraken became the ultimate symbol of the ocean's hidden terror. Proof that the sea might still belong to something ancient and enormous. If the Kraken ruled the deep, another creature haunted the rivers and lochs where the water was still and silent. The Loch Ness monster, often called Nessie, has fascinated generations. Sightings date back over 1,000 years, with witnesses claiming to see a long neck rising from the dark surface before disappearing again. Grainy photographs and sonar readings have only deepened the mystery. Some believe Nessie is a surviving prehistoric reptile, perhaps a plesiosaur. Others say it's misidentified waves or drifting logs. Yet every ripple on the surface of Loch Ness keeps the question alive. What if something truly ancient is still swimming there? Across the vast oceans of ancient maps lurked another legendary terror, the Leviathan. Described in old texts as a colossal sea serpent, the Leviathan was said to be so large it could swallow ships whole. Sailors imagined its armored scales shining like iron and its breath capable of boiling the sea. Some legends claimed it represented chaos itself, a force too powerful for humans to challenge. The idea of a creature that vast beneath the waves tapped into a universal fear. That the ocean is so big, something unimaginably massive could hide there without ever being seen. Then there are the mermaids, creatures far more mysterious than monstrous. Half human and half fish, mermaids appear in stories from nearly every coastal culture on Earth. Some tales describe them as beautiful beings who sing haunting songs that lure sailors toward dangerous rocks. Others portray them as protectors of the sea, curious about the human world, but forever separate from it. Sailors in the past sometimes swore they saw them resting on distant rocks at sunset. Whether inspired by manatees' imagination or longing during long voyages, mermaids became one of the most enduring water legends ever told. Not every legendary water creature hides in the open ocean. In Japan, stories tell of the kappa, a strange amphibious being that lives in rivers and ponds. With the body of a turtle, the face of a mischievous child, and a bowl-shaped depression on its head filled with water. The kappa is both feared and oddly polite. According to folklore, it challenges people to wrestling matches or attempts to pull swimmers underwater. Yet it also follows strict etiquette. If you bow to a kappa, it bows back, spilling the water from its head and losing its power. In the cold northern seas, Viking sailors told stories of the Hafgufa, a creature so enormous that many believed it was an island rather than an animal. The legend said it would float motionless with its mouth wide open, waiting for schools of fish to swim inside before snapping its jaws shut. Some historians think this tale may have been inspired by whales feeding near the surface. But to sailors navigating foggy northern waters, the idea of a living island waiting to devour ships and fish alike made perfect sense in a world where the ocean still held endless secrets. Another terrifying legend slithered through the waters of Scandinavia, the Midgard serpent. Said to be so massive it wrapped around the entire world, this sea serpent lived in the depths of the ocean, biting its own tail. According to myth, if it ever released its grip, the world itself would end. The serpent represented the immense and uncontrollable power of the sea. Storms, tidal waves, and unpredictable currents all seemed like signs that the creature might be stirring beneath the surface. In the waters near Africa and the Caribbean, sailors once told stories about the Lusca, a creature believed to lurk in underwater caves and deep blue holes. Descriptions vary wildly, but many say it resembles a monstrous octopus or shark-like beast, capable of dragging divers into the darkness. The Lusca legend grew from accounts of people disappearing near underwater cave systems, places where strong currents and sudden drops can easily trap swimmers. The story became a warning as much as a myth. Some parts of the ocean are simply too dangerous to explore. In Scottish folklore, another eerie creature emerges from dark lakes, the Kelpie. Unlike other water monsters, the Kelpie often appears as a beautiful horse standing quietly near the shore. Travellers who climb onto its back soon discover the terrifying truth. The horse's skin becomes sticky, trapping them in place as it gallops straight into the water to drown them. Some versions say the Kelpie can also appear in human form, luring victims with charm before revealing its true nature beneath the waves. And finally, there is the Ningen, one of the most modern ocean mysteries. First reported by crew members of Japanese research vessels, the Ningen is said to be a massive, pale humanoid shape drifting beneath Antarctic waters. Witnesses describe something over 20 meters long with vaguely human features. Arms, legs, and a smooth white body glowing faintly in the dark sea. Satellite images and blurry photographs have only fueled speculation. Whether it's ice formations, unknown marine animals, or pure myth, the idea that something human-like might inhabit the deepest, coldest waters keeps the legend alive. For thousands of years, the ocean has covered more than 70% of the planet, yet humans have explored only a fraction of it. That vast unknown has always invited imagination. Every shadow beneath the waves, every strange sound in the deep, and every unexplained disappearance has the power to become a story. And as long as the sea remains mysterious, the legends of its creatures will continue to surface, sometimes in whispers, sometimes in sightings, and sometimes in the chilling possibility that one of these ancient stories might not be a legend at all.